Yes, people, what's going on, people? Welcome back to another content. John Sinclair TV back again, and I've got the lovely, the future guys supposed to be sent. Maisy, Maisy, what's going on?
Hey, John, how are you? Thank you for having me on again. It's a pleasure to be on the channel as always.
Big up, big up. It's fantastic that we always have you on there. I mean, we have checked out our content last week on Macy's channel. Do give it a like because player of the season or team of the season, by the way, it was absolutely fantastic and it was fun. So
it was so fun. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was really, really good.
Oh no, man! Oh, it's fantastic, and just check it out on that. Watch a playback on it as well. We're also live tonight on Twitch, Facebook, on Twitter live as well. So no excuses there. Do give it a like, hit the subscribe button if you're new, and also if you like the super chat, click on the $sign. And if you'd like to become a member, then hit the join buttons on 99p. Basis a member. I'm going to be a member first this year, so one care. I'll be the first one to make sure of that, and yeah, so Macy, we're going to talk about your team, my team, the latest news on the Premier League, Erling Haaland, Rudiger, and so we're going to talk about your team, and you got absolutely more there. Also, the great result weekend for our teams, 4-0 and 5 respectively. After United players has checked out, and I'm not going to lie, and they've already on the Brighton beach as soon as they arrived there. I mean, what went wrong on Saturday, man? I mean, that football team should not be getting beat by 4-0. Never in a million years. But it's just taking a wholesale mick, in my opinion.
You asked the question, what went wrong? And here is the bigger question, what went right? What went right? Honestly, that is exactly what it is. What went right? I feel like for me, we was completely exposed in the right-hand side. If you look at all them goals, what were conceded by Manchester United, they were coming from Dallot's side. So for me, he is the weak link. He is the weak link in that back four. A lot of people have said it's Maguire. A lot of people have said it's Lindelof, Telles. Well, why didn't any of these goals come from Telles' side? Why didn't I understand? Why didn't they come near Varane? Even though Varane was at fault for some things, they didn't come from their side. It came from Lindelof and Dallot's side. Dallot was missing out on simple duels, and he's cost us. He cost. As I do also think our midfield was absolutely poor. Wrong decision not starting Fred. You've got Fred who presses. He's absolutely brilliant, Fred. You've got this Brighton team who have got Pasuma, who is very quick on the ball. You play Matic and Scott McTominay. Matic and Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay had an absolute woeful game. Out of his ground duels, there was 7 ground duels. He didn't do any of them. None. That is how bad Scott McTominay was. And you look at it and think, right, he's got a high pass success. Well done, Scott McTominay. But then you also look at it and think, right, you've got a high pass success. However, you side with passing, you're back with passing. So you've got 91% passing accuracy. That 9% you're losing. It's because you're going forward with the ball, not because you're actually trying to do something creatively, because you're not. I genuinely think he is not Manchester United quality. I'm not saying, of course, Fred is, but at least with Fred, he puts in the effort, and that's what you want in a Manchester United player. I'm not saying we need every single player in that starting 11 should be world class. I'm not saying that for 1 minute, but you need players who, one, want to play for the club, and two, who is good enough. Them players, they're not good enough. They're really, really not good enough to be at Manchester United. They don't care about the club. They don't care about the badge. And fair enough, if you don't want to play for the club, that's fine. You leave the club. But at least put the performance in for your fans who are travelling 5 hours to get to Brighton. It's ridiculous. And you know what? I completely agree with them fans who said you're not fit to wear the shirt, because they're not. None of them are.
100%. I mean, I would have been embarrassed if I was a United fan. I would be embarrassed if that happened to us. You know what I mean? You look at that team and you get people, right? And I don't know who said it yet, but it might have been you, it might be someone else. But the people saying Scott McTominay is the next best thing alongside Roy Keane. You cannot put Scott in the same line as Roy. You just cannot. Roy Keane is an absolute legend at that football club, you know. He's won titles after titles after titles, yeah. And he must be sitting there today thinking, oh my God, is this how low this club's gone? You know what I mean? We're coming down a minute. I got we got to Naum and keeping well, mate. He said I've been assured yesterday on the player line up. Only caught it this morning. Had to vote. It'd be Harry Kane, and that was close. We got to Dave, by the way, and Maisy. Not a good couple of days. So I found no Drobbins and not surprising. But at the Mackens getting jamming sortage time. To be fair, I thought out the top of the better team slightly. But it's in the London Manx.
I think a disallowed goal. I was actually watching the highlights for City Newcastle, and I seen the disallowed goal, and I think if that goal wasn't disallowed, it probably would have been a completely different kettle of fish. I just think once that second goal went in for Manchester City, it just felt like game over. It just felt like Newcastle lost the Reds for me. But this is the thing, though, especially knowing that your team is only just like building up now. You can't always expect these results against the Cities and the Liverpools. Obviously you expect better than 5-0, but there is going to be, you're not going to always guarantee the 3 points either. And if I was looking at it from a point of view, I'm much more embarrassed over the Brighton result than I would be if I was a Newcastle fan with the City result.
Yeah. Absolutely, I have to agree with you, sir. I mean, there's a big gap between Newcastle and Man City and Liverpool, let's be real. And look, at the end of the day, if we're going to get close to them or get close to the top 6, top 7, we got to invest because half of those players are not good enough. We're going to talk about Newcastle later on. And, you know, there's been, rumours of Jamal Lascelles, so we're going to come to in a bit. And we're going to talk about Erling Haaland as well. Go for the comments first, we'll come on to you. That's a great sign for Man City. When signing Erling Haaland is following his father's footsteps. It's a tough one between him and Harry Kane. And big up to Brian, by the way. You early tonight. Big up to you. And they's chatting to now. And counting out days of transfer window, open looking for some exciting recruits instead of whatever it may be. The thing with Man United, too many players just think they are better than what they are, when the reality is their arms are not fit enough to wear the shirt or the jersey. That squad needs a huge clear out in the summer. And big up to Billy, my guy. Hope you're okay. I hope you're getting great. Come be sure tomorrow and be fans for him, Billy, if you can, mate. That'd be amazing. If Man United want to be a major player in the Premier League, they should get rid of all but De Gea and Sancho. The rest are either too old or have no future. Are prima donnas and playing awful. What do you make of Billy's comments there, Maisy? I think he's spot on.
I'm just thinking about this Manchester United squad. And I'd actually keep Bruno Fernandes. I think he does have a future. I'd keep Varane. I'd keep Sancho. They're the only players I'd keep. I wouldn't even keep De Gea. If you look at Ten Hag, how Ten Hag plays, he will not. I guarantee you, in the next 2 seasons, De Gea won't be your first choice goalkeeper. I will put a promise. I will put a bet on this right here, right now. De Gea will not be first choice goalkeeper under Ten Hag by the time it's 2 seasons, he won't be. And the reason for that is his distribution. His distribution is probably one of the worst in the Premier League. And if you look at his distribution, you look at the best goalkeepers in the Premier League: Ederson, Alisson. You look at even the likes of, even if you look at the Spain's squad, their goalkeepers, De Gea's got no chance in front of Unai Simon, David Raya, Sanchez. He's got no chance of getting in, knowing that these 3 goalkeepers in particular, their distribution is top notch compared to De Gea. He's got his shot stopping. Good, that's brilliant. But you need to have more than shot stopping. And I actually think we'll be seeing a lot more Dean Henderson next season. I think Ten Hag will have some words with him and put him some more game time and see how he goes from there, because we knew that he wanted him on loan at Ajax. And I think that was maybe to test him out, but it obviously didn't go the way it was. But I actually personally think that we need to look at a more modern day goalkeeper. And I think someone like Alisson, Edison, Mendes, look at them three in particular in the Premier League, and you need to find a goalkeeper with them kind of qualities.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think Hayes still got it for me, but you said he's not going to be there on the
distribution. It's his if
distribution.
If his distribution was good, if his shot stopping, I would say yes. I would love to keep De Gea, but as soon as he has the ball, he either side passes it to Maguire, Lindell, whoever the centre back is, or he'll kick it out of play as soon as he has a goal kick. You can't allow that as a goalkeeper. You're losing possession, and that can lead to early goals. And there's been a couple of times where people will disagree me on this, where De Gea has poorly kicked the ball and the opposition side has scored. When would you ever see that of a top-notch goalkeeper?
Well, that's the thing. It's so hard to get top-class goalkeeper these days. Do you know what I mean? They're going to be tough to find. So tough to find. Excuse me. It's just getting ridiculous, man. I mean, there's one called Lafont who plays for Nantes, and he's a fantastic keeper, by the way. And Maignan as well for AC Milan. He's a brilliant keeper, so he can play the ball out from the back as well. But they're so hard to get. And if you want to get him from Milan, he can't buy him for less than 45 million quid, and that's the problem. And that is the thing. It's going to be hard work in the summer if he doesn't fancy De Gea, but we should have to wait and see. And big up to Billy, bring back the horseman, sure. It could happen soon. You never know. Big up to Robert, your dad, by the way, and I hope your dad's okay. And John, question for you, mate. Would you take the player from fine North and South America? That is Stan Serra, or if I'm announced that Colombian lad. I've not watched him play, to be honest with you, but I heard he's a talent. I heard that he plays wide like Foxy. If he's in the chats, then it's best to ask him because he knows more South American football than I do, unless they play in Serie A. But this guy, I've heard, has been getting rave reviews this season. He really has. And his team's in the final, by the way. And they're taking on Roma in the Europa Super Conference. That'd be some game. But I think Roma would be too strong for them, by the way. Is there a future for Dylan Lewitt for Man United? I saw last week that Dundee United might actually keep him permanently as his contract is up at Man United in the summer. Scored twice against Motherwell. I believe Dylan's on loan.
He is on loan at this moment in time at Dundee United. But when you look at the Manchester United squad, you look at the youth academy, I don't think he has got a future at Manchester United. And this is the thing. If you know these youth players who are going on loan don't have a future at Manchester United, another one who I'll name an example, Chung, who's at Birmingham, who went on loan at Birmingham, he's had 2-3 different loan spells. If you are good enough to be into the Manchester United team, you will break into that Manchester United team. We have seen it of Rashford, we've seen it of Elanga, we've seen it of Hannibal, we've seen it of Garnacho now. So if you were good enough, you won't be getting put on 2-3 different loans to see to check your qualities. You just be put straight into it. You'll be having at least a little bit of game time. So for me, I genuinely do, but I genuinely do believe there isn't a future in my opinion, because I think if that was the case, he would have been broken by now. And in terms of Billy, I do completely agree in terms of De Gea. He has saved us a lot of times, but I'm talking more future-wise. I just think in the next couple of seasons, especially knowing Ten Hag's style of play, he won't want to keep De Gea as first-choice goalkeeper. As much as he's been brilliant this season, I just don't think he will be the number one in the next 2 seasons.
Which is a shame because he's been a great servant at Old Trafford as well. But you've got big changes coming up, by the way. You really have. But Project Youth, if you go to Arsenal, right, Project Youth, that's what I call it. Lee Goller says it the same, Project Youth as well. So, and yeah, that's what you need to go to, I think, Project Youth. And that's the way you're going to do it. It may take a couple of years to win a title, but hey ho. But we should see. I agree with David De Gea's weakness and his distribution. That's a goal stopper. I think he's the best about. He's saved you so many times, which I agree. Without him, who knows how far the table United would be. Absolutely agree, Billy. Absolutely agree. And Ronaldo, for that matter, by the way. They'd be mid-table. Big up to Brian and Billy. I think it's going to cost a lot more than Man U to rebuild their team. That's got to cost and rebuild Newcastle. Major rebuild needed just to get in the Champions League. Now, the thing is, right, if you're after a player, so is Man United's after a player as well. It's obviously going to go to Man United. But if I was a player, right, and I'm thinking, you know what, I want to go to a club where it's going to be more organised and up together. Look at it. We've got a project, right? We've got no debt. We're up and coming club, right? With new owners, right? With new manager, Eddie Howe, right? No problems at all whatsoever. But if you go to Old Trafford, right, you got the Glacier Suite, wasting millions and millions of pounds, right? You got a couple of egos at your club, right? For like Paul Pogba and a couple of others as well. Maybe a lot of people would probably say Bruno Fernandes. But I think, in my opinion, I hate to say this, Macy, but I think they go to Newcastle over Man United.
It depends for me on how it's going to be. I don't know. It's a tough one. I think it's depending on what's going to be offered by both the clubs in terms of where they would actually go to. There is Big Egos who is leaving Manchester United in this coming summer. Paul Popper's leaving. After hearing he's going to Manchester City, he is going abroad, from what I'm reading. Matic is going. I'm not saying he's a big ego, of course. Matt is going. Not saying he's a big ego. Cavani, who I would say is a big ego, going. Lingard, who I'd also say is a big ego. He's got a much bigger ego than what people think. He is going as well. So you've got minimum 5 players without other players who are in contract with Manchester United who will probably want to leave, like the likes of Anthony Martial, perhaps maybe the likes of Donner, perhaps even maybe the likes of Rashford, depending on if Rashford's guaranteed game time. You're not guaranteed game time. It's if you're good enough for game time. This is the thing, what I wanted to touch on in terms of Elanga, because I think that we've done Elanga the completely wrong way, and I think Elanga's getting a little bit lazy for me, and I think it's in a way this is the problem, is he's getting comfortable because he's guaranteed now game time week in, week out. He's been guaranteed game time under Ralph, and the reason for that is the other players around him are not in form, so he's the best out of a bad bunch. And I think because he's getting that a little bit comfortable to think, okay, I've not got, I don't have to do anything, and I'm guaranteed game time. Ralph likes me, and that shouldn't be the case. He should be wanting to, especially when you've only just come through the youth academy, and you're acting like this, not putting the effort in. What does that really say in terms of the dressing room, the training, and not necessarily the training what Ralph is doing, but the training in atmosphere, the training environment? What does that really say if a 19-year-old just coming from the youth academy is not making effort?
Shocking, isn't it? It really is shocking, man. I like Elanga. It's going to come good. That guy is going to be absolutely fantastic.
He's just lazy at the moment.
He is. He's just lazy. I mean, I'll tell you what, some of those players, right, I can't lie, I've taken the wholesome Vic under Ravnik as well. I've said that many, many a time. They're going to look up and say, I'm not playing for you, right? They're only a sporting director, yeah? I mean, they want to play for a proper manager. Now they've got a proper manager coming in and Erik ten Hag coming in. And I'll tell you something now, right? He's going to make them sick. If you think Diego Simeone is bad, this guy is going to be absolutely, it's going to make you sick. These players
are going to be ruthless.
He's going to be 100%, and that's what they need. They need a ruthless manager. And if you don't want to play for that manager, just get out, yeah? Just go. Because at the end of the day, we don't put him at the football club at all whatsoever. You back the manager, right? You back him, right? Listen to what you have to say, right? And if he's going to play the Ajax way, right? He will play the Ajax way. I can guarantee you that. It may turn your club into Project Youth. And I believe you'll do that. Got some more comments, by the way. Big up to Robert again. Watch highlights of Newcastle Man City. Newcastle should have scored a couple of goals. What do you think? I have to agree. I have to agree with you, man. Chris Wood. And, that header was absolutely shocker. I'm sorry. And we come to him in a bit as well. And also, Callum Wilson had a shot either side with him in the back of the net. But he's getting back to match fitness. I'm not going to go high also on Callum missing that chance, by the way. Just came to me. Come next season, can you see Rangers bring back Diallo back from a fresh loan, or with Ten Hag have a look at Diallo over pre-season? I thought he's coming on at Atalanta. I think, me personally, he should never level at Atalanta. He should have stayed there for a couple more seasons, right? Learn the ropes under Gasperini, right? The players around him, right? Like Muriel, Zapata, and all those players up there as well to help him reach. But since he's left Atalanta, in my honest opinion, I think he looked a bit lost there, and he needs to get back into football very quickly.
I think what Man United done with Ahmad, they put him straight into the youth team and tried to blend him in through that way, when he has actually played in the Europa League last season with us, he was very good. But for me, I don't think that he suits Rangers. I know he's had a couple of good goals, but he's barely been used for Rangers, not as much as what a loanee really should if you're that desperate for a loanee player. And when you do look at the likes of Ahmad, you look at the likes of as well Donny, who's not getting played, Martial, who's not getting played. What's the point in loaning them? Bring them back. Mm-hmm. They might as well sit on our bench instead of their bench. That's what I always say. And then we've got a little bit more strength then to, if we want to play Ahmad on the right-hand side while Sancho is injured, or if we want to play Donny in the central midfield because our central midfielders are dog crap, or if you want to as well play Martial on the wings or up front, because there's been a couple of games in the second half of the season where we have had no strikers because both Cavani and Ronaldo's out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just, I think the older players are just killing the younger talent as well at Old Trafford. I think the youth system there is absolutely shocking, to be honest with you. I can't lie. But it seems to me that the bigger names are just going to get in the first team. Billy, big up to Billy. And as for Bruno Fernandes, goes missing against half decent opposition, and it's actually just openly awful. I have seen him berated teammates for his own errors against Liverpool at Old Trafford. Wow. And I tell you what do you think of that one? I think I see where Billy's come from and where.
I wouldn't argue that he hides against decent teams, because we have seen that he has done well against decent teams. He scored against the likes of Man City's, the Tottenhams, the Liverpools. His goal arguably helped us get through to the FA Cup against Liverpool last season. So I would argue that I wouldn't say that he hides, but you can't just directly blame one player for a loss either. You've got to blame the whole team when you're losing 5-0 against Liverpool at Old Trafford, when you're getting spanked 4-1 at Ethiad against Man City. You can't just blame on Bruno Fernandes. You've got to blame the whole team, because the whole team is absolutely shocking. The defence is poor. The decision making, the marking, everything about the squad is poor. And the thing is with Bruno Fernandes, he is one of them players who press. So you've got starting 11. I'd say 10 of them should press. You look at the pressing with the City and the Liverpool, they press until they get the ball. But if you've only got Fred and Bruno out of the whole team who presses, it breaks. You're going to get yellow cards. You're going to lose the ball very cheaply. And I think that is what it really is with Bruno Fernandes. I'm not saying he's had a good season, because I don't think he has had a good season, but I'd still rather give Bruno Fernandes a chance, because I do see something in Bruno Fernandes, and I do think he's a leader for Manchester United as well. But I think that the thing when you see Bruno Fernandes thrive is when he's got good on-form wingers next to him on either side. Because when you look at last season, we had Rashford, who was on good form. We had on the right-hand side, we had Greenwood, who was on form on the right. And we had Martial now and again, but we also had Cavani, who was definitely on form the second half of the season. When you've got all three of you around you on form, he's going to thrive just like them three.
Yeah. I agree. It's just the whole team as well. It's not just Bruno, it's just the whole team as well. I mean, the back four's been shocking. I've been very disappointed with Rafael Varane. I'm a big advocate of this guy. This guy defends properly. He's got speed, he reads the game, he's quick, and his tackle's impeccable. This season, right, this is not the Real Madrid version I've seen. It's more as watching the Real Madrid B version player of Varane as well. So he needs to fix up next season too. And I guarantee you the World Cup's coming. He'll get paid, Harry, but he needs to fix up, and I'm sure he'll be fixing up as well. Now, can you see Arsenal beating Spurs on Thursday night if they have FA chance? I'll tell you what, I hope Arsenal do beat them, because I don't want to get beat off Arsenal for them to get in the top four. Cement top four, yeah. And I could be doing a watch along Thursday night. I may do a watch along Thursday night. So if I feel I should do it, leave it in the comments if I should do that watch along between Tottenham and Arsenal on Thursday night. And if I get enough votes, and I should be doing it. So for me personally, I think that could be a draw, and that'd be Arsenal. But I'm going to Arsenal win, just Arsenal win. I read from 24 24th.
Put my comment in.
Eh?
Put my comment in for you.
Good idea. Thank you. I read that 24-5 numbers of clubs to be increased from 30 to 36. Does that mean a fifth place Prem team entering? If so, Champions League footy back at St James's Park sooner than we think. Wow, I heard that as well. They're going to upgrade 40 others one, basically. 4 teams, extra teams going to go in, right?
Yeah.
From a couple of years' time. And it's going to like playing 8 games or something before the quarterfinals, yeah? So you're going to guarantee yourself something like 8 games or something stupid. I don't know how it works properly, but if that is the case, then it wouldn't be a top 4, it'd be a top 5.
I don't like it. I don't like it. For one, what I've been reading is that it's about the history, what you've had in the Champions League. Don't like it. It should be about how you played. You should be able to earn that, not because of your club status. For 2, the games. You play 38 games in the Premier League. You've got an extra more cup than all the other European teams because of the Carabao Cup. You've got the FA Cup games. You've got the Champions League games. I don't think it's ethical. I really do not think it's ethical. And not just that, the players aren't going to get a rest because you've got international break every couple of months. If you get, say for example, you're like, I'm just going to name the example, Mason Mount. He's playing every single Premier League game. He's playing in the majority of the Carabao Cup, apart from the ones what they think, let's play the kids. Same with the FA Cup. You're getting played in the Champions League. You're easily going to be ongoing to 70 games in a season you'll be playing. And not just that, he's a regular for that England squad. So you know that he's going to get chosen for that. It's just going to create injuries. It's just going to cause unfit players as well. And not just that, you're seeing like the Euros and the World Cup being every 2 years. I just really do not think it's ethical. I don't exactly like it being top 4, if you want me to be honest, because the Champions League should be for the champions. That's why it's called the Champions League. Do you get what I mean? And that should be used for first and second place. They should be the ones who should be in the Champions League, not the top 4, because it makes teams think, it doesn't matter where I finish, as long as I finish in the top 4, it doesn't matter. And that shouldn't how it should be. It should be I need to try and win to win. And the Champions League should be about your club's performance. And if you're only good enough for 4th place, why should you be in the Champions League? I think 1st and 2nd, Champions League. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, Europa League. 5th, Conference League.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's absolutely right. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about the money all the time. Again, the fans suffer again, and it's all about them. Yeah, but it wouldn't be great if a team that finishes 4th in the Premier League or Serie A or La Liga and it goes and win the Champions League. I've seen it happen before, and I tell you what, it's not fair on the champions big time. Do you know what I mean? It is absolutely crazy, man.
Chelsea,
just keep it to top 4.
Chelsea was one because they finished what? What face did they finish last season? They just got into top 4 last day of the season, didn't they, Chelsea? And they won the Champions League. How does that work? Liverpool.
It's ridiculous.
They didn't even. The majority of the time, when you've looked at them Champions Leagues, more recently, you're seeing that the teams who aren't the champions of your country are winning the Champions League. You're seeing Liverpool. They won the Champions League when they didn't win the Premier League. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
And that's what I think. I think it should be 1st and 2nd place because, like you say, 1st and 2nd, that's good enough. That's you'd say second place champions, as you'd like to say. So, it's just money for UEFA, fraud UEFA.
Yeah, I get it. They're not going to turn it back. Can you imagine, right? That if you went back to the old format, it's just the top team that finishes top should qualify for Champions League automatically. Just for league winners, should automatically go for Champions League. The rest should play for Europe. So for Champions League for champions only. They're not getting that back again. There's no way. Can you imagine clubs like Man City, Liverpool, also all these top clubs spending a lot of money, right? And then what happens is, right, they're going to think, you know what? What's the point? You know what I mean? They want to get in the top 4 every single season for the Champions League. That is it. But wow. Can you imagine?
I do love the Champions League, though. I do love it. I absolutely love the competition. Don't get me wrong. But what's third and fourth place done to warrant a place in the Champions League? And I'm not just saying that for the Premier League. I'm saying that the same for La Liga with third place. I'm saying that for the Bundesliga who's in third place. I'm not just saying that for the Premier League. I'm talking about all the European teams. What has third place done on 450 at fourth to warrant that place? And I don't think there's a lot. I do agree Europa League winners should be in it because they've won the Europa League, so they should get promoted up. I do agree with that. But apart from that, I really don't believe that they should have the rights to be in it. And third and fourth have no rights to be in it.
Fair enough. Fair comment. I mean, I suppose his comments there, but excuse me. But can you imagine if Rangers beat Eintracht Frankfurt and got in the Champions League? Oh my days, that'd be absolutely.
I actually think that could happen. You know, I predicted Leipzig and West Ham to go through for the final, but Rangers are I know I was wrong, but Rangers is a brilliant. As much as you'll hate me saying this, but Rangers is a brilliant team. The pressing is absolutely outstanding, and when you've looked at the price of that squad and what they are doing, I know they've been unfortunate in the league. Don't get me wrong, but they're in a cup final. I know they beat Celtic, didn't they? I remember watching watching some of the game.
Yeah.
And they've got in a cup competition, doing the Europa League final, and considering as well as a lot of other clubs have been disrupted because of managers leaving / getting sacked, because I know he didn't get sacked. I think Giovanni's done amazing.
Yeah, Giovanni Broncos, by the way. I tell you what, he's a lucky manager. And I tell you what, he is lucky. And that is, and I'm sorry to say that, but he's a very lucky manager at the minute. It's also in the SPL. That's fine. Because SPL is prestige. It's a prestige trophy. And the question for me is, have you seen the Lego Old Trafford Stadium? Very impressive. 3,898 pieces and a reasonable price of about 250 quid. A must for fans.
I have seen the Lego Old Trafford. Yes, I have seen it, and I wouldn't get it. I wouldn't waste my money. Let's just say, I really wouldn't waste my money buying it, and I think I'd be so impatient. I'm one of the type of people like I couldn't sit there and do something for too long. So I don't think I'd be able to cope with it.
Fair enough, bless you. It took Sir Alex 5 years to build his legacy, but he started with a better base. Not sure any manager would get that time by the Glaciers. So until the owner sells up, Man United are destined for worse. And I tell you what, I said this a couple of weeks ago, if you do get Ten Hag, you need time. You need to give him time. It could be 3, 4, 5 years. Give the man time. It will fall under place. It's as simple as that. But unfortunately, in my opinion, and I have to agree with you, Billy, you're not going to get that time, which is a damn shame because it's a quick fix, and that is it. Look at Eddie Howe would get the time in the world, yeah, and he'll get that. Diallo started against Morrow 3 weeks ago, and only lasted 30 minutes. As Rangers had a man sent off that day. I didn't watch that game anyway. So, and question for you both: who win the Premier League first, Man United or Newcastle? I've always said Newcastle.
I probably agree with that, depending knowing now Manchester United's downfall, to be honest, but. I think both Pep and Klopp are in the Premier League, no one's winning that Premier League. I really don't think so. It's going to take for one of them to leave.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, can you imagine Newcastle won the Premier League? It'll be absolutely amazing. I'm 52. I don't be waiting, wasting me flipping life, do you know what I mean? We'll get something like, let's win the thing. Let's have a go. Let's win the thing. Macy, what do you think of Rio's comments saying Rangnick should be speaking with the media about the problems at the club? He asked the question.
He talks a load of crap. I'm just going to put it straight out. Rio Fernandes talks a load of crap. He's one of the worst pundits about, alongside Gary Neville. He honestly is. And if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I'm going to put it straight out here. If Ole Gunnar Solskjaer made them comments what Ralph has said, I will guarantee you both Rio and Gary will be agreeing with him because it's his mates. Exactly. Because Ralph is saying it, or if Jose Mourinho said it, they would have lost their skull. Because Gary Neville lost his skull over Mourinho saying his achievement for us to get second place. But when Ollie gets second place, it's the best thing after sliced bread. So I'm just going to put it out there. They talk a load of crap.
Fair enough.
There's actually at times where I actually prefer Jamie Carragher as a pundit, and that it just speaks levels.
Yeah, he's not that good, Will Fernandes. Yeah, he's already kept saying about Uli, given the contract, given a new contract, all out the will, given that new contract. He said on BT when he beat PSG. Do you know what I mean? And let's listen. At the end of the day, I mean, unfortunately, it didn't last long, Uli. It's a pity. I think all the matches for Man United this season has to be extended goalkeeper training sessions for De Gea. That's from Josh from India. And I think I could be wrong. He's from Bangalore. I could be wrong. But if I'm wrong, please tell us. Yes, do it. That's what Tottenham Arsenal again. I think I should. Yeah, do it, John. Tune in, mate. Thanks so much, John. Do a poll. You all thought we should do the North London Derby watch along. I think I'll do it, Ashley. Sadly, Macy, many rules and like FIFA, UEFA wants as much as possible. Agree with your comments, Macy. If you listen to Macy, you'll not get wrong. Spot on, Macy. First and second Champions League is Scottish, third and fourth is Europa, fifth SPL is a Europa Conference. Good thoughts. I don't think it change anytime soon. Don't think you need a poll. Think you all watch along for the Spurs Arsenal game. I think I'll do that. Maybe it's time to revert the name back to European Cup instead of Champions League. That's some dear. No, I doubt it, mate.
The Europa League then?
Europa League and Europa Super Conference. And that's Roma's going to win that as well. I mean, it'd be good for the Italian club to win a trophy, by the way. I'd love to see an Italian club win a trophy. Question for you both. What's your thoughts on this new Champions League format? Agreed, which UEFA reported from 2024. 2 places will be awarded by a country coefficient rather than a club. I think we spoke about that, haven't we?
Yeah, we've already spoke about it.
Big up to Ken, by the way, on Facebook. Hi to my colleague John. You know my thoughts, mate. There's only one Premier League Champions team per year. Like every other league in Europe, that's your entry team. Well, I don't think that's going to have any time to say, but Ken, you've got your opinion, my guy. Then go for it. If only made the rules, that's a Brian. Why did not Man U go for Haaland? They haven't got the money.
I think for me that Ollie actually wanted Haaland, but we obviously didn't go for him. I actually didn't think, though, regardless, I don't think that Haaland would have come to Manchester United. I think the only 2 options were either Real Madrid and Man City. And the only reason why I think he would have wanted to go to Manchester City is because of his dad. I don't think he probably wanted to betray his dad, who is a Manchester City who is an ex-Manchester City player, to play for Manchester United. I really couldn't see it at all. So I think even if we went for him, I don't think he would have wanted to come to us.
Fair enough. He also played Champions League, and United can't offer that, I'm afraid. John Lundstrom is coming. Nah, that's unbelievable, man. That is unbelievable. For that football club, they're not getting there, man. And I got 2 reviews in the status in the chat as well. Big up to Alex. I'll come to your comment in a second. If only Newcastle were allowed to enter the Champions League Europa Cup back then in the 90s when finishing second, Mike Ashley never got hold of us. That's fair enough. I don't agree with the playoffs for promotions either. Finish the 6th and still go up. That's in Carco. The bottom 3 go straight down no matter what. I can remember those years. Top 3 goes up and the bottom 3 gets relegated, yeah? And top 3, now, again, there's money. John Maisy, who's your all-time favourite player ever? For me, it'd be Alan Shearer. And who's your favourite all-time player for you, Maisy?
Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Fair enough. Big up to now again. Question for you both. Who do you think got promoted from English Championship playoffs? Luton, Forest, Sheffield United, Huddersfield. I like to look at Huddersfield, by the way. I think I'll take Huddersfield. I think they're quietly going on with business. They could have got relegated last season, but what they've done, I mean, the Carlos Colleran has done a fantastic job, and he's playing fantastic stuff. They believe in him, patient with him. Boom. Who would you go for? You said Forest, didn't you?
I'd prefer Forest to go through because I do quite like Forest, but I think if you're looking at all of the teams who are in the promotion, I think it's either Huddersfield or Sheffield United who look most ready for the Premier League. But I don't know. Do any of them really look ready for the Premier League to you? Because I really don't think so.
I'm a bit fairy tale if they done, because Nathan Jones went back for a second time, did he? He's left in in frosty circumstances this year, and then he came back, and he's done a wonderful job at that football club. He really has. He kept them up. He got them somewhere like 15 or 14, then he got 12th, then he got them 6th in the playoffs as well. If Luton do go to the Premier League, it'll be a fair tale for them, and they'll enjoy what they can, and then they get straight back down, unfortunately. And it's a shame because Luton are a good little team, and you've got to respect them. If they get in the Premier League, you've got to respect them, by the way. And they ran Chelsea close, by the way, and led twice to be beat by 4-2. And I tell you what, though, would you let Luton go up in the Premier League?
I actually think Luton would be so cool going up. Do you know
100%.
just the away stand? I think is so cool. I think I like knowing the grass they play on, because they're one of the only ones who really play on artificial grass. There's not many clubs in the UK who use artificial grass who's professional. So that's another factor for me, which they're breaking that kind of tradition there for professional football.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just don't think the Premier League ready. I really just don't think they are. And the problem with Nottingham Forest as well is that they've got a few loan players. If they got promoted, would they still keep these loan players, and would they invest to stay into the Premier League a further year? I genuinely do think apart from Sheffield United, if the other three get promoted, I think they'll go down.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I think Forest may just be okay. I'm going to come on to the link with Jamal Lascelles in a bit. I think not Maisy. That's from Alex, by the way. Big up to Alex, my guy. I think he's absolutely fantastic. Coolest guy in the chat, by the way. Gallagher spat at a child and somehow still has a job. City winning consistently and punters on mostly Liverpool, Man United. I mean, did he spat at one of the fans at Old Trafford, and he got suspended till the end of the season? That's shocking, that, man. I'll tell you what. If we did that our jobs, right, we'd be sacked.
Yeah, I agree. I was just talking in terms of football knowledge, not outside of football. I just meant as in terms of the football knowledge itself. I prefer Jamie Carragher over Gary Neville and Rio Ferdinand based off his knowledge.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, Gary Neville's really good. Jamie Carragher, they're both really good. Very, very good at their jobs. I've got to give it that. But obviously, Jamie Carragher still got a job off these spats. So that's shocking. It really, really is. But no respect for people like that. I'm sorry, but nah. Graham Souness, he had his day. Get him off. Get him off. He cannot stand Man United. And we've seen and know why. Is that game tonight, John? It's not. It's on Thursday. Spurs Arsenal. I want to do that. Brighton's chatting to Stato. Bar football, John and Maisy. What other sports do you enjoy watching? I like watching boxing. I like watching rugby league, the session, the Five Nations on, Ashes cricket. I like most sports, actually. What about you, Maisy?
I like UFC and boxing as well. But would you? I'm not really a fan of like cricket, rugby, and stuff like that. But I like UFC and boxing.
Fair enough. Cool. And women's football as well. That's just football.
Yeah, but that's still football.
That's still football, isn't it? I'm gonna talk out a little bit in a bit. Big up to Alex Gale. Got to see if in a final would beat Roma in that final, John. I think Roma stepped up now. They got beat the other day yesterday against Fiorentina, by the way. And the way Tammy Abraham's playing at the minute, I think the guy's on fire. 26 goals this season, and so his first season. And I'll tell you something, tactically, he's been absolutely fantastic. He has been absolutely on fire, this guy. You know, if Gabriel Batistuta, right, in his first season was class, I tell you what, they're even saying now this guy is above Batistuta, but I'm not sure about that. Batistuta's levels above Abraham. That's no disrespect of Tammy, but Gabriel Batistuta in those years, my God, what a striker he was. And we'll see about that one, but I've got Roma as favourites. But I've got Roma beaten by 2-0. Goal each. Have Tammy get one, by the way. Not Bangalore. I'm for Goa, but live in Mumbai. I'm wrong. Yeah. Way off target, by the way. Guys, if you like the video, like what you see, then you know exactly what to do. Hit the like button. And also hit subscribe, and also do follow Maisie's channel on Devils United as well. And if you like to super chat, it's open, it's there for you. And if you like to become a member, then big up to you. Just click on 99p. That's all it is, people. So got big up to Nipple, by the way, and he goes on Lee Guller's channel a bit, and everyone's saying, for me, if you take away football, I like snooker, darts, rugby, wrestling, tennis, and Formula One. I don't mind Formula One, by the way. Question for you both: Prime Shearer or Prime Miroslav Klose?
I'd have to go for Shearer.
Yeah, every time. I mean, Miroslav Klose used to play for Lazio for 3 seasons, and to be fair, he went there when he was 33, 34 years old, and it's absolute legend, and he's still banging in the goals, my guy. Brilliant. Haaland will never go on United because of Roy Keane. Ended the star's career with a hard tackle. We'll go talk about him in a minute. Prime Aaron Shearer. I don't agree with the playoffs. However, the Championship finals are quite often the best games for the season. I tell you that they went a £100 million game. That is sort of thing. It don't mean you're going to get 100 million straight away. Big up to Abby, by the way. My favorite player, Batty, loved him as a kid. The Premier League needs Sheffield Wednesday, Forest and Derby. I'm afraid to say Derby's got a good chance. And I think it's on the fans' forum, by the way. And yes, I would have won. Haaland would never have gone to United because I'm to his father. Big up to Nick, by the way. She's been on my channel when he was on holiday, and she was absolutely fantastic. She's a big Scott McTominay fan, by the way. John, when did you start following Newcastle? Good question. Ever since I was started before, and I loved them through so it's been a while now. So yeah, been a while, but it's been a long time. And great question for Newcastle. Can Newcastle finish high in the league? That's the next season. And the playoffs will be fairer if the third, fourth place in lower league played off second, third, bottom of above league. I think they do, or did this in Scotland. Would be sure these clubs could hold their own. That's a fair shout, Dave. That's an absolute fair shout. Luton's like riches to serve it. Now don't even speak to my Maisy. I don't know about that. Coolest guy in the chat. How dare that's me? That's fine. When he's on time, then I will say that to you. But he is on time. Brian's brilliant, by the way. Fair enough, matey. I didn't mean to be bit the deep topic there. Sorry. He's apologising to you.
Don't worry about it. It's forgotten.
Okay. That's fair enough. That is fair enough there. And I know what you mean. And you like KFC. Macy is there. Big up to Dave, by the way. Which rugby league team do you follow? So on St. Helens is my team. And it's not because I'm a glory hunter. I've always supported St. Helens. When day number 1, by the way, I cannot stand Wigan. I mean, I'm glad you smash it. And I got a tweet off Stephen, by the way. Let's have a look at what Stephen said. Bit disappointed he didn't read me comment out, mate. It was a lot more relevant than some of the others' comments I saw. Steve, if you listen to us, mate, send that comment out again, please. Yeah, send that comment again, because the comments jumped and I might have missed it, mate. I do apologize. If you just get all the time, mate, I'll show you do as well. You get comments jump as well. You completely missed it. So please, Steve, send us that comment again, mate. Right, and I'll definitely read that out. But
that's the problem, isn't it? Especially knowing that it can be a lot to handle at times.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry, Steve. Send that message again if you are listening, my guy. And we don't need to be rude on there. I can guarantee you 100%. And Macy will fence for that as well. Watch along for UFC Macy. I'll be there. I don't do that,
I'll
mate.
think about it.
Yeah. Question: will the race for top 4 sees different teams in it? It'd be very interesting. Very interesting. And
you can't really see it, can you, to be honest?
I know.
Not really.
It
just seems that it always seems like it's been always the same teams who's always been in the top 4 before who've been in the top 4. You don't really see much of the difference. That's why Leicester was an exception.
Exactly. You're right there. It's just that really, you all do it, but I wouldn't do it. And John, what's your first team shirt you bought? That's in NTL 2000. I wanted to get one before that, but I couldn't get to games because it's all sold out sort of thing as well. But I mean, I thought for sure was quite a lot of money, and then at the time I thought, you know what, I'm going to buy one, and it's exactly what I've done. I think I've got a home somewhere upstairs somewhere. I'm going to bring it. If I can find it, I'll wear it next time. That's a good question, though, Radley. Thank you so much for that, mate. Mace, do you think there will be a cultural change at United with Ten Hag?
In terms of Ten Hag, in terms of a cultural change, I think it will, but that it will happen over time. You won't see the change straight away, and you need patience as a fan. Obviously, you're not the Ten Hag fan here, but yeah.
Ten Hag. Listen, I think he'd do fantastic as well. I really do. And you won't take any slackers at your team at all whatsoever. So there you go. Off topic, favorite fighter.
Yeah, Nate Diaz has to be it for me as well. I really like Nate Diaz, but if I was looking at overall, I really like Khabib as well. I think he's brilliant. I didn't really like to see him retire, but I thought he was great.
Absolutely. I haven't watched him, by the way, but I should be watching more of KFC, UFC. So UFC, I said KFC, didn't I? UFC. Sorry about that. I said I flipping. That should be on Talk Sport, man. You know, like clips of the week. I think I'll be up there straight away, man. And you know, it is what it is, man. Does Brighton have nice beaches? It does. I've never been to Brighton Beach, by the way, but I've been to Brighton, Amex, and I went there when we played Brighton. We got beat 2-0. We put a Newcastle reserve team. It cost us 30 quid a ticket, and I wish I'm not bothered now. Let's be real. Brian Scott, Forrest Griffin. Big up and slap the likes and subscribe to both Mason and John's channel. Thank you so much indeed, my guy. Thank you very much indeed, mate. I appreciate that. Tom Aspinall going to be the next English UFC champion. I've heard of him, and I believe so. And just go back to Steve again. Since I comment against Steve, and like I said, the comments jumped by the way. Go back to do you want Lingard in Newcastle? Do you think he should go to Newcastle, Mace?
I think personally, I don't think he'll go Newcastle. I genuinely think he has used both Newcastle and West Ham to try and get out United, and I think he'll move abroad.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I mean, there's some everyone's saying Newcastle favour to buy him. West Ham's after him again, right? And let's be real. I just think there's excessive prices, by the way. Expect surprises, by the way, because you know, I think Lingard wants to come to Newcastle. I really do, but things has happened. I'll give him till middle of June if he wants to come. If not, we just go somewhere else. Simple as that. And big up the Wigan for me. That's the oh man, he's a Rangers fan as well, Billy. He's a Rangers fan. Let's be real. And Billy, we're going to win the SPL, my guy. Which striker would be our top priority in the summer? I'm going to come on to Newcastle chat now, and for me, it'd be Victor Osimhen for Napoli. He's been linked with us, yeah, for 100 million euros, yeah. According to Daniel Longo, the Calcio Mercato journalist, he's basically saying that Newcastle's going to make an offer for him, yeah, but also Man United and Arsenal want him as well, Macy. And I know you don't know a lot about Tanfo, I know you don't know a lot about this lad. Where do you think Osimhen's going to go? I hope that he goes to Newcastle, I really do. And the reason why, because you'll get game time, we'll get more games, right? I mean, Arsenal, you won't be a guaranteed starter. Neither Old Trafford. But
I think maybe at Arsenal he might, because there's no actual strikers at Arsenal, and Lacazette's leaving in the summer. So they don't have any strikers at all. So they will put someone in straight up. Whereas with us, it's Ronaldo. Because if Ronaldo stays, he's going to be a bench player. But if Ronaldo goes, he will get straight in. So I think it depends on Ronaldo.
Fair enough. Who do you think are in the Super League? It's going to be St. Helens again. They're too strong, all over the pitch. Rugby League, Jeff says Leeds. Billy, cricket, Ken. And let's also talk fast. I'm going to come to that right now. And SPL is chicken beard. We're going to win the Europa League. I don't think you will, Billy. And that's my opinion. I think Eintracht Frankfurt is going to be a bit stronger today. I'll say 3-1-2 Eintracht. I hope I'm wrong. I hope you do it. I really hope you do it, but I just don't think you will. But you never know. Rugby Newcastle Falcons, Angels, SPL, no, they will not. Which Premier League proven players we will sign in the summer? In my opinion, I mean, Lingard's name's been linked. I'd like to see give Brennan Johnson to go from Nottingham Forest if Forest don't make it, yeah. We definitely need a striker up top. I'll take Calvin Phillips in the midfield. And I've got Stephen on the message on Facebook as well. Is there any links in the Renan Lodi links to Atletico Madrid? Personally, I think he's a better option than Matt Target. I'll answer that question for you, Stephen. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having it at Newcastle if Target doesn't join Newcastle. If he doesn't join, I'd take this player all day long. But he would not be worth 21 million quid. It'd be more than that. He's got a release clause of around about 70 to 80 million quid as a left back. And he's joined for a couple of years now. I can't see Atletico Madrid selling players on the cheap, and they only sell if the price is correct. It's as simple as that, Stephen. So if you see it or watch it there, mate, just listen. That's my answer, by the way. I'm going to do a double bet Rangers and Real Madrid to win. Well, good luck with that. That's a good bet. That's a good bet, by the way. That's a very good bet. But I still feel Liverpool would be winning Real Madrid. I think it's a bit too far for them. Who would be our marquee signing in the summer? I would love it to be Victor Osimhen. I would love to be Victor Osimhen as well. And who do you think is going to be your marquee signing of the summer?
It'd be a defensive midfielder who I think is a priority. Can they sign Calvin Phillips? I honestly, I have been wanting this guy for years. I have wanted Calvin Phillips at United for years, and I remember United fan go, he ain't good enough. He's crap. What do you want him for? Everyone's seen how good Calvin Phillips is. I adore Calvin Phillips as a player, and I think he'd fit straight into that team. He'd fit into Ten Hag's play. Mm-hmm. He can play in a pivot. He can play as a lone player, a lone defensive midfielder. Play as a centre back. Can play as an 8. He's flexible. Bring him in. And what United should have done, said to him when Leeds approached Dan James. We should have said, right, you can have Dan James, but we want Calvin Phillips, and we will give you so much amount for him. So then you're not even spending that much on a defensive midfielder as much as you would have done on a Declan Rice. And I actually done like a starting 11 with the guys at work today of who we think will be in, who we want and / who we think we would sign area-wise for a starting 11. And the guys at work want Spence from Nottingham Forest in the right back. I don't know too much about him to comment like how good he is, but from what I'm hearing, he's a very strong type of right back. So any right back will do for me. You've not called Delo and Wan-Bissaka.
They're not good enough. They're not good enough for United. They're nowhere near good enough.
The worst in the league.
I was just spent for Bissaka 50 million quid. Oh my dears, that is
50 million.
Wow,
Wan-Bissaka, yeah.
50 million quid. You got mugged, Maisy. You got absolutely mugged. Wow. Should we sign James Tavernier in the summer? Definitely not, mate. Definitely not. And then he plays the right back as well. And I don't think even getting the first team in front of Trippier. Also, Ismaila Sarr's being linked to Newcastle as well, by the way. And obviously, it'll be very interesting. Will Trippier be captain next season? Yes, he will. And Phillips will not go to Man United. Big up to Barbara, by the way. Yeah. Now, I said to Barbara the other day, I thought she's from Canada, and then I quickly realised she was from Ireland. So big up to you, Barbara. You look well, I'm sure, and I hope you're absolutely fine. And John and Maisy, very interesting show. Thank you so much indeed, Barbara. And she's lovely, by the way. She's always on my channel, by the way, and she is football nut, this one as well, from Ireland. So the top of what is I can't remember what it's like. There you go. Talk about Jamal Lascelles. I mean, his name's been linked with Nottingham Forest if Nottingham Forest goes up in the Premier League, and he'll be linked with us with Nottingham Forest. And I tell you, if I was Forest, I'll be quite happily driving them myself. Yeah, tell you what time he wants picking up. I'll jump down to Nottingham, back to Nottingham, where he made his name, and I'll just drop him off there as well. And that is it. It's as simple as that. So please, Forest, get yourself promoted. Yeah, get this guy off our books. Yeah, he ain't good enough for Newcastle. He might be good enough for you, but he ain't good enough for Newcastle. Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, who do you think is worse? Oh my God, it's got to be Maguire this season. Sorry,
Maguire, definitely Maguire.
Yeah, the best duo in YouTube history. Big up, Foxy! Yay! Brilliant, absolutely brilliant, by the way. So, top of the morning to you, top of the morning to Ash as well. And big up, and this is Lucas as well. We're going on this channel. I think I'm going on this channel on Saturday. around about 7 o'clock with 100% Mags as well. So I'll be going on this channel, talking about the preview on his channel. So keep your eyes peeled for that and check us out as well. And boost Lucas' numbers as well, because his numbers needs to be going northwards as well. Oh, Saturday, 3 o'clock. What you did there, Luca, you put down some of the clock, mate. You need to change the clock, mate. You need to change from 7 to 3 then, mate, because it's coming out at 7 o'clock for some reason. But 3 o'clock, check us out, and I shall be there. He's a big gooner, and I think he's happy about Nick Arteta signing a 3-year contract. What's your take on it? Do you think he's worth a contract, 3-year deal?
I think the thing is with Arteta, you can definitely see improvements. I don't know if he's the right man for Arsenal, but if you're seeing improvements, he's got you into the Champions League. Well, if he does, it does show improvements, and he's doing it with a squad who you wouldn't exactly say is a world-class squad either. So, yeah, I see improvements, but if he doesn't get backed next season and they're in the Champions League, they'll be done for. They'll be out for breakfast.
Absolutely, totally agree there. We talk about breakfast. Wow, you mean a full English breakfast or? Oh, Villa's just scored, by the way. Villa won, Liverpool 0, by the way.
Yeah, oh, Liverpool won?
No, Liverpool's losing. Villa's just scored.
What? Yes! What are you? Where are you?
Wow, Ravi's around somewhere. John, when did you get a Newcastle fan on to go on your Man U? When did you get any Newcastle fans to go on your Man U shows, John? Look, first of all, Ash, I'm not a United fan. Secondly, right, Maisy is a Man U fan, by the way. And, you know, but I've got Arsenal fan coming on Friday on my channel called Lottie. So Lottie's going to come on me preview show 9 o'clock on Friday night. So keep your eyes peeled for that, people. It's Arsenal got top 4. If they beat Spurs, that's it. There's not a lot you can do about it because they're 4 points ahead. That'd be 7-2 against the Gan. So if Arsenal wins that game, they're Champions League. Callum Wilson came on and already looked sharper than Chris Wood. Oh my God, he did, didn't he, mate? You're joking. Seriously, man, they're winning. It's fancy. But, hey. Oh, hang on. It's 1-1 now. It's 1 each now.
No. No.
Oh, it's a melee. It's a melee in the box. I think it's Matt Teep got the goal, by the way. What a game. What a game this is. This game is lit. I'll just run you up. I know you are. Everyone thinks I'm a red. Where's Tony the Red, by the way? Where is he?
Yeah, where is Tony?
He knows something we're on. He'd probably be hiding away because you probably call him Tony the Red. I think it's there after Spurs.
We've seen him yesterday.
You saw him yesterday, didn't we? Yeah, we saw him yesterday.
Exactly.
He came on yesterday. We do love Tony anyway, but he's a great guy. But I'm definitely going to do the watch along on Thursday between Spurs and Arsenal. I should do the thumbnail later on. And
it's still not 1-0 for Aston Villa.
No, I mean Matip's just scored unless there's a foul.
I don't know because it's still coming up as 1-0.
Let's have a look. No, 1 each. Goals given.
Oh, why is it not updating?
But I think is he going to far? Is he going to VAR check on that one? No, is it 1 each? Yeah, it's 1 each.
Ah, real.
So 1-1. What a game this is. I think is there after Spurs. And what score do you think Arsenal Spurs will be? I think it's going to be Tottenham 2, Arsenal 3. And I think Enquiries is going to be absolutely. It's going to be absolutely amazing.
Wait a minute. What did you used to call Enquiries? Get
a nah. He's gone from pay as you go, right, to a full-time contract. And that's what I'm going to say about Enquiries. Listen, end of the day, right, I'm warming to Enquiries now. I'm warming to him, man. Honestly, I am. Yeah, I'm warming to. I'll take Eddie to Newcastle. I really would. I mean, Billy would take him as well. But he's shown us that he's a damn good player. And once he's there, send you the picture on.
1-0 now. 1-1 now.
1-1. Luca, thanks for leaving.
Feel it.
Oh no. We just thought he got away with it, but hey ho. And Maisy, that's in Liverpool. You're not going to like this, but I want Liverpool to win the game today because if they lose, they'll be angry in the cup final, and you don't want to face an angry Liverpool.
Yeah, but if you think about it, if they win the game, they'll have confidence coming into the cup final to think, oh yeah, we beat Aston Villa, so we'll be Chelsea, who's not doing so good at this moment in time either.
They're not, are they? They're not. I mean, the thing is though, if you go 2-up, you got to close the game. Unfortunately, they didn't close the game. They're in a mess in a minute. They got the owner's situation sorted out just right. You got players, right? The 3 defenders. There, Rudiger, he's going off to Real Madrid. That's breaking news. He's going to be off to Real Madrid in the summer. Christensen, he'll be on his way. Alonso will be on his way. Yeah. And Apiqueta's going to be on his way as well. So Chelsea needs to fix up the back 4 or back 3. Yeah. And Thiago Silva, you know what's going to happen to him. He's out of contract as well. So Chelsea's got to fix the defence. Because at the minute, it's looking good for Newcastle. Let's be real. Because it's the end. It's just, there's one there, nah.
Ethiad now.
I'll tell you what, I'll take him. I would take him. Honestly, I'll take a gamble on this guy. Do you understand what I'm saying? But if I was Arsenal, it would literally be 2 angry teams facing. I could see it's going to be another Luke Ayling type tackle, by the way, flying in. I could see that happening. I really will. Don't know who it'll be, but it'll be someone like that sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and there'll be players playing who doesn't want to be at the club either, like Rudiger. What kind of a starting 11 would that be? Having Rudiger there who doesn't want to be at your club. That's not going to have a good look, is it? And not just that. Don't know if he's still injured. Christensen is another one who's going to be leaving the club, and it just doesn't bring a good light to the Liverpool side, who was very hungry to try and win the treble. Because even though the Premier League won't be involved in it, they'll still be winning. They still potentially could win the treble with the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, and the Champions League. And they're going to aim for that because they will want to go down in history like Manchester United and Manchester City as a treble-winning team.
Exactly. But it's going to be a mess there. It's going to be sorted out. Big work on as well. So it could be a pre for you if you can get right. Told John Ethiad from way back, I was laughed at by many. Do you know what? I'm not laughing now because he's been playing well. He scored twice against Chelsea, twice against Leeds, didn't he? And then there's a few chances against West Ham too. So I'm wrong. We will do better than Chelsea next season. That's musical Magpies. I believe we will do. And so it's been confirmed I will go be on Lucas Shaw on Saturday at 3 o'clock.
But it is a treble, Nippon. So you right. If you win 3 trophies in one season, that is called a treble. It doesn't matter what trophies you win, that is a treble. So you could have won the treble if you won the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, and the FIFA World Cup, because that's a treble. A treble is when you win 3 trophies, Nippon.
There you go. Maisy's fighting back. Wow. Never seen her angle like that before, but
it's true though. You can't say it's not a treble when you've won 3 trophies. It's a treble. Just like
exactly.
It doesn't matter what trophies it is. It's a treble.
It's a treble.
Like
absolutely.
People say the Manchester City one isn't a proper treble because it doesn't have the Champions League, but it's still a treble because you've won 3 trophies. And that'd be the same for Liverpool. If they don't have the Premier League, but they win the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, and the Champions League, that is still the treble because they've won 3 trophies. Straight.
Angry Liverpool fans entertaining. Let's look at this one. I mean, a proper treble. Right, Man United in 1999. And video to Alex again. I wouldn't count the Club World Cup as a treble. It's either a domestic treble or a treble that includes a European Cup. And that's from Alex.
Yeah, I suppose I do get your point, but it's still a treble at the end of the day because it's 3 trophies. It's still 3 trophies, so it's a treble.
Fair enough.
And I'm sure if Nippon won the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup with that FIFA World Cup, he will agree. You'll call it a treble. He will agree with that.
Probably wouldn't. Probably not. But hey, end of the day, I mean, if you win 3 trophies, as far as I know, like the FA Cup, the Premier League, FA Cup, and the Champions League or whatever, it's a treble, quadruple, whatever you want to call it. Do you know what I mean? So, and yeah, you are right. You're unaware. And it's a debate for another day. I think it's going to be fun, but I see what you mean, Mace. I see exactly what you mean. If you win 3 cups, as far as I know, it's a treble. And like Man U have done, 1999. So that's a treble.
And like Manchester City has done. They've won it, even though the Champions League is not included. It's still a treble.
Fair comment. When are we going to win a treble, John? I tell you what. Oh, can Eddie Howe get us a treble? That's the thing. I hope he does. If he wins just one trophy, mate, that'd do. If he wins the Carabao Cup, cool, absolutely fantastic. I'll be over the flipping moon. I want a trophy at the cabinet in Newcastle. That's the base. And then we just push on from there. Question for both of you is, who do you think has a more delusional fan base, Arsenal or Liverpool?
Arsenal. Arsenal's got the more deluded one. And the reason why I will go for Arsenal, because Arsenal still genuinely believe that they should win the Premier League because of their history. But I'm a Manchester United fan, and I don't think we should win the Premier League because we're not good enough to win the Premier League. Whereas Liverpool, as much as it pains me to say, they've got a good squad, and that squad can win titles, they can win cups. Whereas Arsenal, they're not good enough to win the Premier League, but they still genuinely believe that they should win the Premier League because of the history. I'm sorry, Luca. I know you're in the chat, but
I mean, I tell you what, though, you got AFTV as well, sort of thing, like believing they should win.
What do you think, John? Who do you think is the more delusional one?
Oh God! I mean, some of the people at AFTV are so delusional, right? I mean, I can name names on there as well. But you know, my favourite Arsenal fan is, don't you? So he's definitely fanboy, man. Lingard. He's a big Arsenal fan. Maybe like it or not, right? I tell you what, he tells us straight. He cares. He cares about that football club. He really, really cares about the football club. People think he's arrogant. People think he's arrogant. But listen, at the end of the day, he says it straight. And he tells it how like it is. Yeah, if you haven't checked that League on his channel, cool, do it. Because at the end of the day, he's funny as well. As funny as anything, man. And I think it depends where you are. Winning a World Club Cup is huge everywhere in the world outside England.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I would call it travel. I would call it a travel. Yeah. You're right, but it just won't feel right.
He's saying that he'd call it a treble if he won them cups, but it's not a proper treble if Liverpool win the Champions League, the FA Cup, and the Carabao Cup.
Fair enough. And 3 pre-season journeys, is that a treble? So if Newcastle get it done against crap sides, well, I'd rather win the proper cups, by the way. Yeah, pre-season. I know it's good to have pre-season, yeah, but when you play pre-season, I want to see snippets what you're going to see this season, not what I've seen last season, yeah? We moved on from last season, I want to see new things, and I'm sure that things are going to get better, sort of thing, you know what I mean? But I want to see new things in the summer. Which will be the first trophy we win under Eddie? For me, personally, I'd love to win the FA Cup. I want to win the FA Cup, because winning the FA Cup, that is the biggest knockout challenge in the world, I'm telling you. And I'll tell you what, people, the FA Cup means the world to me. I love the FA Cup, but I just do not like teams devalue the competition by playing weaker teams than that. That is a slap in the face for the sponsors, slap in the face of the competition. But by the FA Cup, I want to see a strong team. I don't care. I want to see a strong team. That means playing Callum Wilson up front. If that means playing De Bruyne in goal, right, even though you need a new goalkeeper, then go for it. I want to play a strong team and flip and go for it. I mean, last season, I was a fan base saying, but you need to play those reserves as well. Like, yeah, no, I don't. I want to see a strong team. Simple as that. If you play Torquay United, if you play Colchester United, if you play Exeter City, if you play Bristol Rovers, whatever sort of thing, I still want to see a strong team, especially away from home, because the home team want to see big stars, big stars that do pay a lot of money. Simple as that. I think one of the cup runs will be the first trophy we win. It could well be.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, you know. 100%. I think the FA Cup.
Totally agree.
I think the FA Cup gets slagged off because I think people just think it's a tin pot trophy, but it's not. The history of the FA Cup is absolutely beautiful, and I would love to win the FA Cup. As a fan, you'd love to win the FA Cup just off its history alone. It's the oldest cup competition in England.
Big.
So, of course, you'd love to win the FA Cup just for the history alone. anything can happen in the FA Cup. I'm not saying the same with Carabao Cup isn't, but anything could happen in that cup competition. Look at Nottingham Forest this season. Would you expect them to go as far as they did? No. And that is the beauty of the cup.
Exactly. It's a fantastic competition. It's great to play with. I'd love to go to the FA Cup games. I would do as well. But it's just the time as well. It's just, you're right. I mean, you need to compete in the FA Cup. Have a go. Go for it. Just win it. We haven't won the FA Cup since 1955. Do you know what I mean? 14 years after they won the bloody thing. Do you know what I mean? I want to win the thing. If we win the FA Cup, mate, I'm going to be in tears, you know. I'm going to be in tears. Real talk. Yeah. I would be. And if I do the FA Cup final, I want you to come on me, watch along as well for it as well.
I'll come on. I will come on, of course I will. Of course.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. John and Lee need to collab for the Arsenal game. That would be brilliant, man. Can you imagine that? Lee will be in Spain. I'll be doing it here. And Villa match quite lively as well. Liverpool went close, by the way. FA Cup good. That's the Luca. I'm not going to read that. Sholami Yorby. Mate, do you live in Manchester? And Jeff?
Yeah, I do. Jeff? I do live in Manchester.
Brilliant. Win any bloody cup. There are genuine Arsenal fans out there who would rather finish 4th with no trophy than that finish 6th with a trophy. That's the nipple, I agree. Bring the Intertoto Cup back. We'll win that again. I cannot see that ever happen in the game, Foxy, my guy. I just can't see it happening. But it'd be nice, though. And no chance you will sign him. No chance. And missed that one as well. Really. Oh, man. So you got to play Palace, haven't you, on Sunday, the last game of the season against Palace? Yeah. It's be like flipping flop on the beach. I like to see you play a younger team against Palace.
I'd play the kids. I'd play the kids. I couldn't give a crap about these senior no good players. I play the kids. And
absolutely.
We've got nothing to lose at this point, to be honest. We really don't.
Absolutely. I'd rather win the league, win a title. I'd love to win a title. We have not won a title since 1927, and that's a hell of a long time.
It's a long time.
Never heard of that one, have you?
Is our youth academy?
Shortire.
He's a little cool. He's so small. He's so tiny, but he's a very good player. He can play as a 10, play in the wings as well. He actually made his debut against Newcastle, believe it or not, in the Premier League. That's where he made his debut against yous. When we beat you last season. Near to the second game of last season. He's a brilliant player, but I do think he needs a low move. He needs to build up some physical strength for me.
Absolutely. You got some youth teams like Hannibal. You got people like the Argentine lad. You've got as well the young lad, and he's going to become good. You got Daniel as well. You could have some good players coming up, so they deserve a chance, man. They really, really do. 100% say, Luca, I would like to win the league first, second FA Cup. I swear the last time you won a trophy was in 1969. Yeah, that's the first cup, mate. We talk about the FA Cup. The FA Cup was 1955. The league we won back in 1927. And that's when Hughie Gallagher played for them as well back in those days. I tell you what, if it's him, he is absolutely fantastic. He was playing today, Hughie Gallagher, the Scottish lad. He'd be a hell of a lot of money. In fact, they couldn't even buy him. They couldn't even buy him at all whatsoever. Let's be real. And just quickly on the ladies WSL, what do you think of this? Who's been your the player? Who's the player of the season for the Women's Super League?
For Manchester United one or just a general WSL?
Yep, both. General WSL and Man United.
General WSL, I'd have to go for Sam Kerr from Chelsea. Outstanding striker, best in the league. Finishing is outstanding. In terms of Manchester United, I will probably have to go for Russo. From being an injury-prone player to coming in to the properly first team football, our top goal scorer. I think she's got the 4th highest goals in the league as well. To making a debut for England and getting a hat-trick on her first game for England speaks levels.
Absolutely. I've got to start watching more of those last games and next season, 110%. That's Sam Kerr, by the way. I tell you something, that lass is world class. And let me tell you something, Kerr. I'm not watching it long, but Sam Kerr movement as skills, fantastic. It's just a shame she's an Australian, but then again, she's a brilliant player, no matter where she's from. So I'll be watching more next season of the likes of Sam Kerr and all the top players as well, Russo as well, and all that as well. But I'll be watching yours with great interest as well. What are your thoughts on Steve Bruce, ex-United captain and ex-Newcastle manager?
Depends on what I have to give my opinion about with Steve Bruce, him as a player or him as a manager. I've got two different views on that one.
Big up Andrew. Hey, he's a great guy. I actually like watching the highlights of the Newcastle women's game on YouTube. Lots of goals, great atmosphere. I tell you what, it's Joshua. 22,000, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely amazing. I can't say any more than that. But Amanda Staveley and the PIF people, absolutely fantastic. New owners knows exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they need. We know exactly what you need. So the question both of you, which goal did your women team concede that made you sit back and say, fair play, what a goal? I said Sam Kerr against you.
Yeah, that Sam Kerr goal, there was nothing we could have done about that one. It was outstanding. And that's the only goal where I can truly look at the whole season and think, fair play, we wouldn't have done that. We couldn't have got it. All the other goals, when I look at it, I have disappointment in my eyes. My face, because a lot of the goals, a lot of the games we've drew at the last minute, what's cost us the Champions League. There's been games as well where it just feels like we don't have the mentality to finish a game off when the opposition team is a player down. So them kind of games where you concede against a team who's got a player down, and when you're conceding at the last minute after having a 1-0 lead, they're disappointment goals. They're not goals where I can look and think fair play to them. And that Sam Kerr goal is outstanding. And there was nothing nobody could have done about that one. Maybe the mark, I'd say marking, blah 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 blah. But in terms of the shot in itself, nothing could have been done.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't leg straight that. You can't legislate that at all. Absolutely brilliant. Bruce, great manager, great player. Just too old-fashioned now. Should have retired 4 or 5 years ago. Great manager. Are you sure, Foxy? Big up to again, Robert Andrew. Great manager, Foxy. There you go. And howdy, Robert. Hope you enjoyed your holiday. Hope you had a good time, Robert. So we're gonna wrap it up very, very soon. And we've got plenty of projects to do together and soon, which is absolutely fantastic. And for our team, we've got to play Arsenal Monday. So I'll be doing a watch-along for that on Monday night. On Wednesday, I'll be doing the fan forum. Thursday, I'm going to do the watch-along between Spurs and Arsenal. I'm definitely going to do that now, 110%. That should get us a few viewers there. Friday, I'm going to do the match preview at a later time of 9 o'clock. With Lottie. She's an Arsenal fan, so she's so excited to come on, and probably do the press conference reaction as well before that. So I'm going to do 2 streams on there. Saturday I'll be on Lucas show with 100% Mags. Sunday I'll be going on Stephen Featley's show for the preview on this channel as well, and I'm going to do the watch along Monday night at around about 7 o'clock. So join us for that. And Maisy, where do you find your socials, babe?
There's my YouTube handle, Devils United. I do Manchester United content for men and the women's football. You know, the women's football's off now, so there won't be much content there apart from when the Euros comes on. I'm going to try and do as many watch-alongs as I can, but we've got the playoffs review show for the semi-finals next week, which is going to be good. I've got my Champions League women's final next week watch-along. And I'll be looking as well to do a Crystal Palace preview. Probably won't do too much this week because Man United is not playing. I can't be bothered doing watch-alongs for other teams. So I've got myself a few days off from the channel and just concentrate on some other things. I know I'll be about on other people's channels somewhere, but I thought to give myself a couple of days off anyway from my channel.
Oh, bless you. And so, because I'm back on your show next week, am I?
Next Friday, yeah.
So not this Friday, but next Friday.
Not this Friday, the next Friday, because you've already come on this week, haven't you, for the
Absolutely.
The ratings show.
The ratings show.
Not the ratings, team of the season show, sorry.
Yes, absolutely. We're going to be so busy.
But we will do another manager ratings, though, in a few weeks, once. Because I've already got our shows planned for the next few weeks now, which is pretty good. I'm glad I've already got that arranged already and decided what I wanted to do.
Absolutely. I can't wait. And I've just got a couple of comments before we let you wrap up. Hi, John. How's it going? From Kate and Jonathan, the Toon Army. Big up to Kate, by the way, and Jonathan as well. Both lovely couples. I've not met them, but they're both lovely couples by the sounds of it. And they're so happy together. And I think they're absolutely fantastic as well. Big Toon fan. John's changed for 3 p.m. Sat. Anyway, don't you feel Newcastle should work on a new training ground? Absolutely. I mean, they're talking about it, Luca. They are going to sort it out. It's on social media, and it'll be sorted out really, really soon. Trust us, it may take quite a long time to get it up to scratch, but believe you me, it will happen. 110%. Two legends, nice to catch at the end. Big up to Andrew. Thank you so much indeed. And also his first work at Birmingham, Wigan. He was very good. We're talking about Steve Bruce, by the way, but not for Newcastle United. But there you go. Guys, if you like the video, like what you see, then please hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to super chat, then click on the $sign. Just give what you can. And if you'd like to become a member, then please click on the join button, 99p. That's all it is every month. And then you get yourself into a competition as well. I need to hit 50 people. And I'm thinking about 10, 12 more away from getting that target. So if I do that, Macy, I'll be absolutely over the flipping moon.
Oh, you deserve it.
And big up to Kate again. Thank you so much, John, for asking after him. Jonathan, you are toppiest. And so are you, Kate. So are you, Jonathan. And Macy will love you as well. And, Fabinho injury not good. And he still won each in that game, by the way. And Fabinho, that's the one. So let's hope he's okay. Guys, thanks for coming on. Basically, I've already backstage. Bye, John. Bye, Amazing Macy. And big up to you guys. Watch what you're doing. And I'm going to play the I'm going to play the intro for quite a long time. So it is what it is. And I should say to you, bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Hey, there she is. Just got 3 more comments. Missed it. Case said, bye, John. Great show. Thank you. Love it. Great stream, John. Enjoyed it, mate. That's now. Thank you so much indeed. Yeah, again, absolutely brilliant. Really, really enjoyed it. And
John, you're still alive.